I'm Brian Seidel. Welcome to Laurel Ridge Plaza. Let me introduce you to our newest addition, Cold-Blooded Sensations. Come on in, let's have a look. James, thank you so much for having me here at the home of Cold-Blooded Sensations in Laurel Ridge Plaza. Tell me a little bit about the backstory behind Cold-Blooded Sensations and where did it start?
I had them growing up, and it's one of those hobbies you can't just get into it a little bit. So got into it, and this is where we're at.
And it kind of took off not only from like your son and the hobby side of it, but the business started to grow out of the house, I believe, right? That was how I met you guys, is you were bursting at the seams and the wife wasn't happy that you were doing all of this inside the house. You wanted her space back. And you said, it's time, we've grown enough, we need a retail location. And that's how you ended up here at Laurel Ridge Plaza.
Correct.
How many snakes do we have in here today?
Well over 200.
Well over 200 snakes. So it's grown quite a bit. Tell me a little bit about your favorite critter that we might have here in the store and why that one is your favorite.
Probably the black tree monitors. They're pretty intelligent animals and they're a joy to watch. I mean, we used to have them in our living room and you would sit there and watch them crawl around, run, jump, hang upside down. I mean, you can actually interact with them.
What region of the world are they from?
Indonesia.
Are a lot of the animals that we have in here today indigenous to Indonesia?
That region, they're in Australia.
In Australia.
And New Guinea. Just those are the species that a lot of people like to work with.
So from a pet standpoint, you know, we know people like to have dogs, we know people like to have cats, they like to have a goldfish or two. But if someone was looking for something different, this might be the place that they would want to come visit.
That would be correct.
So if we want something just a little bit extra, step into the exotic.
A little bit quieter.
A little bit quieter.
That's the joys of reptiles. I mean, you pull them out, interact with them. At the end of the day, you put them away and nobody knows you have them.
What is the average lifespan of, call it, one of the boa constrictors that we have here?
Most reptiles, it's 10 to 15, but some will go 15 to 20. It's not unheard of to hear about people that have animals that are over 20 years old.
Right.
And still doing well, thriving, producing.
Do you guys sell, like when I think about what I would want to do, especially with something like this, I'm starting out in this hobby and I'm saying to myself, I want to start at an entry level with an entry-level reptile. Do you build packages here in the store? Like someone could come in and walk out with everything they need to set their pet up for success at home?
That's one of the reasons we decided to move to a shop, to be a one-stop shop. We come in, you can get your animal, we can set you up with everything you need, and then keep coming back for feeders or supplies. That way you don't have to track it down. It'll be here and we'll be here.
Right. So when I'm searching for you online, I can visit you at cbsensations.com, correct?
Correct.
Wonderful. And you're on all forms of social media, all of which is accessible on the website too, right?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me today and
you.
not getting me killed by any of the poisonous animals you don't have. I really appreciate it.
They're venomous.
Oh, venomous, excuse me. Thank you very much. See you guys next time. So, Wendy, thank you for being here today. I have a couple images I'd like to show you and just see if you recognize any of these characters. Any idea who this gentleman is? No? Okay, that's kind of what I figured. How about this gentleman? Any idea who this gentleman is? No idea? Understood. Understood. And lastly, Wendy, any idea who this gentleman is right here? Any idea? No? No reaction? No reaction at all. Well, thank you, Wendy. We really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. This is a very interesting sensation. I feel like a ring girl from WWE.